Open Clip Rates, and today we're going to be reviewing Alien vs. Predator 2004. So, what do you guys think of the movie?
I don't want to rip into it like specifically, but it was hard to watch at times, and I felt like in order to understand the plot and everything, which there really wasn't any plot to understand, you have to watch both movies, like the Alien and Predator movies. But other than that, the action was somewhat decent, but the character development and just the monologue between the characters, terrible. Honestly, I give it like a 3 out of 10.
Going off of what he said, the plot. I'm not even gonna say the plot sucked because there was no plot. It was just action, and the action was this movie's only saving grace. The characters sucked, the dialogue sucked. If you were to ask me the names of any of these characters, I probably wouldn't remember them. Or if you were to tell me their names, I'd be like, yeah, I need to see a picture to remember who it is. Though I'd say the ending, like the ending scene, was pretty good, but that was the only good part, and I struggled to even finish this movie. So for that, I'm gonna have to give it like a 3 out of 10.
Personally, the movie is, you can clearly tell the movie's age. It's 2004. The CGI is not great. It's, I guess, it's a passable movie. The suit actors for the Alien and the Predator, that was pretty good, but a lot of the scenes and the fight scenes just go back and forth really quick, so it's hard to keep track of what's going on. The movie isn't really great. It's passable. So I personally would give it maybe like a 4, but that is being really generous.
I'd say it's one of those movies that's really just banking on the franchise. The story, the characters, all that is an action is an afterthought. The real focus is just they're banking on people to be like, ooh, Alien, ooh, Predator. Oh, they're together. I want to see that, like Freddy versus Jason or something like that. So it's just mindless action, whatever. But it's fun to entertain you having like the background of a party or something or put on for Halloween marathon. So I'd give it like a 4 out of 10.
Going back to what Dylan said about like crossovers and just like versus movies, especially with Freddy vs. Jason, I feel like it takes away from the horror more, and it's more just fighting each other. It doesn't feel like a horror movie. It feels like a. It just feels like a really bad like action movie.
Yeah, I felt like it was just like it's just an extraterrestrial kind of action movie. Like not even like having the story behind it, like how most, I guess you could say, how most Marvel movies have like this action. There's aliens and all that superhero stuff. Like that has the action and the story behind it. This just feels like there's two aliens fighting and these people just happen to be there.
So I'm gonna rip into the characters even more. My problem with the characters in this movie is that they all felt like side characters. There was no main. They tried to make that scientist lady the main character, and she sucked. She wasn't interesting at all. She kind of just like was in the middle of that whole fight, and it was kind of annoying. So like, oh, let them fight. Nope, she just interferes with it and tries to end it. She's not a good character. But as far as characters go, I would, besides obviously the two Alien and Predator, I think she's the only actually bearable character in this movie.
I feel like the having those like two characters, Alien versus Predator, fight like together. It sounds cool, but it takes a lot away from like the respective franchises. Because Alien, it's the fear of like a human against they don't know what that is. Same thing with Predator, they don't know what that is. It's a human being hunted by something so much more powerful, and you lose that in it. So like I feel like there's not really much of a way to put them together while still keeping that like horror and like make you connect with the characters like that. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll be watching Venom: The Last Dance.